Hello everyone and welcome back to the Biology and Health Bloom Institute summer course. So here's your announcement. Please remember that we have a project due upcoming, and you know this from your last class where we told you this giant announcement that you'll have to write a paragraph, essay, or article about connect two of the topics that we learned and show how they're related to each other, and send this project to this link once you're finished by the 9th class by 4 p.m. that day, and you have a good amount of time to work on this. So I would suggest getting started with ideas and starting your initial drafts, and at least thinking of what two topics you want to connect with each other. And yeah, so here is class 8, ecology. And what is ecology? So ecology is the branch of biology that deals with the relations of organisms to one another and their physical surroundings. So in simple terms, ecology is the study of how organisms interact with the world around them. Okay, it's like ecosystem, ecology. The word prefix eco is relating to this nature and all that. So write down why you think the study of ecology is so important. So the importance of it is because when we understand how living things interact with each other in their environment, we can gain knowledge that is essential for protecting our planet, and especially in this time of climate change and global warming and all that. So this is a very important topic, and it will continue becoming more important over the next few years, especially if you want to go into this sector, right? So ecosystems is a community of living organisms interacting with their non-living environment. You have to write all of this down. Just ecosystem and biome, don't write down these examples. And then biome is a large scale ecosystem defined by geographical regions. And side note, there are abiotic and biotic factors. Biotic factors are living things within an ecosystem, such as plants, animals, and microbes. As we learned, microbes decompose food. And abiotic factors are non-living things in the ecosystem, such as air, water, sunlight, and mineral soil. Yeah, so it's a relation between living and non-living. That's an ecosystem, right? So question, write down some of the ecosystems that you know about. So here are some types of ecosystems: forests, grasslands, tundra, desert, freshwater, rivers, lakes, oceans, marines, coral reefs. All of these are ecosystems. So just keep in mind that ecosystems are animals interacting with their non-living environment. Yes. And then here are the parts of an ecosystem. So producers are autotrophs, organisms that produce their own food by using sunlight or chemical energy, such as plants, grass. Plants are using chemical energy and sunlight for photosynthesis. Then consumers are organisms that eat other organisms to obtain energy. So basically, I am a consumer because I am eating other organisms to obtain energy. And primary consumers eat producers, secondary consumers eat primary consumers, and then tertiary consumers eat the secondary. It's like a ladder, and it keeps going up by the first, second, third trophic level. And the decomposers are organisms that break down dead plants or animals for food, such as fungi. And fungi are going to break down the dead bodies just for the glucose or whatever is stored inside them, right? So write down some examples of each in your notebook. I already told you some, but you can think of some more. And then food chains are a chain that helps us visualize how one living thing directly gets its food. But food web is something that consists of multiple, different food chains interconnected to show multiple relationships. So food chains are it's just going up one by one. So, the grass goes to the grasshopper, the frog goes to the snake, and then the snake goes to the hawk, and finally the fungi. But this is the grass goes to the grasshopper and the rabbit, and then the rabbit will go to the bacteria, but then the kangaroo rat will go to the tarantula and the lizard and the bacteria. So it's not just one thing has only one predator, but it's showing the relation of every single interconnected species in that relationship in the desert biome, right? So you can see how different this is. It's like a family tree versus just who is your mom or dad. So it's a completely different relationship, and that's why food webs are always showing the most accurate, and not even just accurate, but the most like useful information that shows the full picture. This is just a part of the picture, and then a food web is the full picture of like, oh, this is what happens in the biome. So this is a really important concept, and I hope you understood this. And then this is relating to what we just learned. This is energy flow. So energy flows in an ecosystem refers to the transfer of energy from one organism to another through food chains and food webs. Energy gets passed up from the producers. So the plants are taking in sunlight, right? They're taking in sunlight and making the chemical energy, and then for themselves, and then other things will consume the plant and get energy from it, right? So without the sun, the plant cannot get energy. So the sun is the original, like it's the OG source of energy. And then as each organism gets eats or an organism down the pyramid, their energy is transferred up to them, and only about 10% of the energy goes up each level because it is used or wasted in acts such as reproducing, hunting, and normal life functions. So the grasshopper will only get 10% of the energy of the plants. Please write this down. This is the sole most important part of this. This will be on many exams and tests. So only 10% of the energy is passed up each level. Like you can see the frog has 1%, and then that energy is lost as heat. It's lost as heat, and also reproducing, hunting, and normal life functions, which also release heat and calories in your body and burn down the calories. Burning down calories is just calories are heat, and also that releases heat in your bodies, and then you burn down those calories as well. But then see, this 1% goes to 0.1% because the snake only gets 10% or 1/10 of what the frog had actually to offer, because the frog used it in bodily functions, and once the snake hunts that frog, it'll get only 10%, right? And then where do you think the plants lowest in the pyramid get their energy from? Yes, it's from the sun. The sun is the source of all energy. So, and then you can see here that the bacteria and fungi are decomposing everything, and there's recycled nutrients as well. The bacteria give nutrients to the plants, especially like carbon dioxide, especially when they're living close to trees. And it's a relationship that where both sides are benefiting, and it's a complementary thing. So this is the whole how the energy pyramid works, and it's very interesting. So this is biodiversity, and it's the variety of all living organisms in an ecosystem, and it has many benefits. It supports functions like soil formation and oxygen production. Diverse range of species ensures a food supply by providing different sources of food, and many medicines are derived from plants and animals found in diverse ecosystems. For example, the cure to a snake bite is the venom of a snake itself, specific type of snake. So as you can see, medicines are even derived from plants and animals found in diverse ecosystems. And then there's genetic diversity, which is a variety, which means a difference of genes within a species, allowing them to adapt in environments such as different breeds of dogs. And species diversity is the number of different species within an organism, such as the Amazon rainforest has countless different species. I think it's known for that. And the ecosystem diversity is the variety of ecosystems in a particular area, right? So an ecosystem is nothing but an animal interacting with its environment, but there can be multiple animals interacting with multiple different types of environments, right? So maybe there are multiple ecosystems inside a biome, right? So biodiversity happens in biomes, and that variety of ecosystems is in the particular area or biome of different animals interacting with their different non-living materials, right? And then here's the human impact on ecosystems. So pollution harms wildlife, contaminates water, degrades air quality. Deforestation, logging, agriculture, urban expansion causes habitat loss, reduces biodiversity, and causes climate change. For example, the Amazon rainforest deforestation leading to a loss of species. Climate change is causing rising sea levels, global temperatures, and extreme weather. And overexploitation is very complex. It has overfishing, hunting, poaching, and resource extraction. It declines species populations and actually disrupts the ecosystem, because this is what happens in overfishing. So imagine you are trying to target one fish, and instead you capture all of the fish in the area that live alongside that fish, and then you trash all the other fish, and just take that one fish and eat it. That's destroying the entire ecosystem, and because of that, the ocean ecosystem down there also will not fare very good. So that's why people are trying to make a filtration method to only catch the fish that they want and not any bycatch that they don't need, so the ecosystem will stay healthy, right? And there'll be a complementary relationship between the non-living and living factors. So here's a stretch break. Yeah, you can pause the video if you want. And now you guys can play a Kahoot, and this is with no teacher. It's just like do it yourself. So you can play this link here. And thank you. See you in class 9. Work on your presentations, please, and think of ideas. You will have to present at the end of class 9, or you can upload it to the file as well that I linked in the first slide here. Anyways, thank you guys, and bye.